All right. Happy birthday to you if your birthday is March 11th, or if you'd like to celebrate your unbirthday. Let's see what we've got for you. You are the dreamers who actually build the dream. And I really love young people for this. They don't know boundaries, So in some ways, of course, that can be kind of scary and dangerous. And in other ways, that's what I'm gonna call the collective, including me, old people. Sometimes old people just get really stuck and they don't want to change, they don't want to grow. And I have hope in this next generation, even though lots of people don't, or in these younger generations, that they're going to be able to get it together and bring things back to center, back to basics. And because some people have gone too far. Somebody went too far with you, or you feel like you've gone too far, maybe over the edge. Well, climb back up onto the cliff. You'll be fine. So, for your tarot associations, the moon and the star for you. Your primary tarot card is the moon, representing intuition, illusions, and the subconscious. However, because you're in the final decan of Pisces, you're strongly influenced by the star. That's hope, inspiration, and cosmic guidance. The druids are significant. I'm not sure how that applies to you, but I got to speak it when I hear it. So, for your predictions this year, 2026, and then whenever you hear this, you'll still get messages because I don't know when you're going to get this. Stop trying to logically explain your gut feelings. Okay, the cards are telling me that if you lean into your childish sense of wonder, that's why I was talking about the younger generations, a core trait for March 11th, you will unlock a creative project that seems impossible to others. So for your astrology, again, you're Decan 3, and that's March 11th through the 20th. So you're ruled by Pluto. And here is little known secret about your specific birthday. You are a Pisces ruled by Neptune, but your decan is sub-ruled by Pluto and Scorpio. So what this means, you're the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde of the zodiac. You're soft, gentle, and empathic, a true Pisces pillow until someone crosses a line. And when that happens, your Pluto influence kicks in and you become vindictive, secretive, and ruthlessly strategic. Doesn't have to be in the negative sense, okay, although, being vindictive is, but hey, we're humans. Sometimes as humans, we're going to feel that way. Now, you're designed to balance dualities, right? You walk the line between intense reality and fantasy, making you incredible at crisis management and artistic, surreal creation. For those of you that are artists, this is why. For you specifically, your birthday holds a unique place in history as a date of breaking the cycle, just like your personality. That's why I have such hope that the younger generations can do so much more than people that are just stuck in some kind of myopic view, a tunnel that's so narrow. In 1851, Verdi's opera Rigoletto premiered, a story of dramatic emotion, perfectly fitting a Piscean theme. In, let's see, 1990, Lithuania declared independence from the Soviet Union, making a massive shift toward freedom and restructuring. If we think about perspectives, in 1959, Lorraine Hansberry's A Raisin in the Sun debuted on Broadway. Some of you could be Broadway people. Breaking Barriers as the first play by an African American woman on Broadway. And for you, your birthday really is about breaking old structures to allow new life, like the small white lamb Sabian symbol, to flourish. Now, when it comes to love, you are not meant for conventional sleepy relationships. You need someone as curious and childish in a fun way as you are. A power couple setup is in your future, by the way. Now, for your Sphene prediction, the healing crystal for your day is Sphene. So that's Titanite. It accelerates learning and mental clarity. Expect a breakthrough in a field that you previously thought was too rigid for you. You're likely to succeed in fields requiring deep empathy and quick, sharp communication. So think acting, like I said, Broadway, writing, or history shows with March 11th born Peter Berg. Okay, somebody could be a director. So March 11th You're here to teach, all right? And you can teach the world that you can be compassionate without being weak. And you can be highly intelligent without losing your soul. Your purpose is to balance the cosmos through humor, social connection, and even a little bit of magic. So, happy birthday to you, my star measurers. All right. So, you're more analytical March 11th, people, than typical Pisceans, which, could actually surprise people that think they know Pisces. Your Sabian symbol is under the watchful and kind eye of a Chinese servant. Somebody listening to me could be Chinese. A girl fondles a little white lamb, so that's about tenderness and structure. All right, let's see. So I want you to focus on creative play, like video games, Clay. Somebody's name could be Clay. Somebody could play video games. Clay plays video games. You play video games, and you will unlock new ideas. So let's get into, yeah, this feels about right. This is the mashup, all right? Witchy Cauldron, and somebody's name is Herbert. Okay. All right, this is Witchy Cauldron and Curiosity. Let's get an idea of what's going on in your life. How can we creatively express what you're experiencing and shift it to where you want it to go? Row, 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 your boat is significant. Somebody has a boat. Somebody was in a boating accident. Oof. Okay. But you recovered from that. All right, let's see. But pretty hairy situation. Ooh. Colorado River is significant. Wow. Okay, so we've got Gemini energy. Mars in Gemini, perhaps. We've got the Nine of Swords. So there's something that you have been dealing with that has weighed heavily on your mind. Don't stay there. These could be childhood wounds, and it could be experiences from real current life. Okay. Nurture your inner child. You've been told that various times here. Make sure that, and I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just expressing, well, yeah, I'm telling you to do that. Okay, so I need you to go outside and play, little children. Okay. Yeah. Okay, somebody was chasing clout around you, or maybe you've stopped chasing clout because you have so much more to you than just, being visible so everyone can see you. Somebody would have wanted to attach themselves to you because they know there's something very special about you. They want to be seen with that energy. Take that one. Test results. Oh. So, okay, they're, oof, I'm going to have to say it. Huh? All right. So I've got somebody out there that's waiting on a pregnancy test. I'm going to take it quite literally here. Stressing out over a pregnancy test. The answer is coming, obviously. It's a matter of time, isn't it? You don't even need a pregnancy test at that point because you'll know. Take good care of yourself. Make sure that you are eating healthy. Oh my gosh, look at this. Yeah, so this isn't bad. So somebody, I don't know if I should say it, but shotgun weddings, they don't always work out. But in this case, I think that this is also just very closely timed. For many of you, this isn't going to be a pregnancy, and it will be kind of a false alarm because of some stress. And we've got wedding day. So definitely there's going to be a group of you that are going into an actual high level commitment like a wedding, legally binding. For some of you, it's just about cohabitation, but definitely pregnancy scare in the air. We've got Libra in reverse energy with the Four of Swords and Jupiter. Yeah, for lots of you, it is not a pregnancy. It's just a false alarm, and be more careful next time. Okay, plan your children as much as possible, even though sometimes children will come in kind of sideways. I like to remind people, even though my parents were married and I had, two brothers, and my mother was certain that she wanted to stop having children because two was already enough, and she didn't get a girl like she wanted. And then while she was on birth control, remember, I was born in 68, so there's a big difference. But she got pregnant with me while on birth control, and she tells people that I am just the happiest surprise that she's ever gotten. Okay, this made her feel so happy. So somebody's finding the mental strength to awaken and rejoin the real world and coming out of isolation. You could have really felt Nine of Swords is as isolating, of course. Let's see, anything else? This feels pretty good. I feel good about this. I don't sense anything crazy that you don't already know about. Coming out of this period of rest, this Nine of Swords probably threw you for a loop. And before I started this reading, I actually moved some rings because I was like, I keep taking off the rings and setting them on my desk. Okay. And look at definitely a marriage, a wedding is significant here. And in the upright, because these are the two rings that I was wearing in some different readings lastly. And I didn't put them away. I set them back on another side of the desk. You could have two siblings, or you could already have two children. And so, wow. Okay, this one popped out. We'll take it. Yeah, there's a court date here, but I'm not taking this as something negative. And I think in a previous reading, it was whatever, it could have been for the March 10th, because this is for March 11th. That somebody was getting divorced in order to get married or needed to finish up a divorce in order to get married. And I'm getting this almost like an extension. So if you're here just for the tarot reading and not for, the information about your birthday, this is what I'm getting from it. It doesn't feel negative. It's just that there's very much, I really have that heavily here, that somebody has to finalize a divorce, but they're also getting married. That's why it seems like there was just some paperwork that needed to be finalized. Okay. Let's see. Clarify test results just for giggles here. What is that all about? For those who pregnancies don't apply. For example, myself, I'm beyond childbearing years, although I did have a scare, and people can get pregnant at any age. I mean, it can happen even when you're on the other side of menopause. These things can happen if you've got the right conditions, and if you're healthy. Boop, there you go. All right, here you go. Wow. Ooh, okay, so spilled tea in the reverse flew over here on the other side of the anxiety card. So there's something that you already know, or somebody is about to tell you something. This could be in the past, okay? So it doesn't have to just be about the pregnancy, like, oh my gosh, you don't want to spill the tea, but you can have to because it's going to become obvious, as with a physical human pregnancy. Okay, spill the tea. Somebody actually spilled the tea. Somebody spilled some information. Maybe somebody from your past knows that you're getting married, or you're in some high level commitment. And for those of you that are already married, of course, this could just be like, little niggling words, out there, people that just want to pull at little strings. That's interesting because I don't usually say that way. All right, let's see. Yeah, look, a drama queen. This woman she is just pissed off. Okay, this always gives me kind of like the negative, the Queen of Swords in reverse. There could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that's been a drama queen, and this tea has been spilled about her. With the 99 could be significant. 1999 could be significant. We've got double nines here, Nine of Swords. And we've got this. This is a Sagittarius card. Moon in Sagittarius, or just Sagittarius. There's an air sign Gemini and a fire sign Sagittarius involved in the tea, and the tea that is spilling. And that's along here. So there could be some people from your past. While you're getting married, they're getting divorced. And it feels almost like, the Dead Poet Society. Isn't that a movie? Isn't that Robin Williams? Somebody's name could be Robin. Somebody's name could be Williams or William. All right, first, middle, or last Robin. R name, W name. All right, let's see. Poetic Justice, but I said Dead Poet Society. And while I was saying it, I was getting Red Poet Society. Something about the red baron, the color red could be significant. All right, let's see. Yeah, there's some karmic justice happening here. So, okay, we'll let these cards speak for the past, and then we want to move away from this because it's really like, doesn't everybody just want to move on and have fun? I don't know about you. Girls, they want to have fun. So girls just want to have fun. We just want to live a happy life, okay? We're going to take that little grouping. Yeah, there's the chasing cloud again. Somebody from your past could have married somebody that was like offering them a false star or something about a false star or not the North Star. Somebody misled someone and was like saying, hey, if you come with me, I'm offering you this. And then that person was dumb enough. Test results failed the test because I said that this doesn't look like for many of you, this isn't a pregnancy or it's a false alarm. False alarm, chasing clout in reverse, 9 of Wands, because somebody's guarded now. Or now this could be the Sagittarius energy that is guarded, okay, or the Gemini that's crying. Sagittarius is guarded. Okay, we have chasing clout in reverse. Somebody realized that there's a litmus test. Okay, somebody could be from Lithuania. Okay, but we have the litmus test there. I'm getting that with the test results for this part of it because we also have the Ace of Pentacles next to court date. Somebody's going to have to pay some money to either get away from the drama queen or vice versa. A visa could be significant. Oh my gosh. I was thinking about a visa as in the debit card and money, but now I'm thinking that there's something about citizenship here that applies and or something that has to do with being out of the country or being in the country and from out of the country and moving to and fro. Okay. An afro could be significant here. And we have the hermit. So this is Virgo energy. Okay, we've got Chiron in Virgo, the wounded healer, the wounded healer that heals the wounds. Okay, so you could be a healer. You could have significant Pisces or Chiron placements. And again, okay, so there you go. There's the number 9. So look up angel number 999. That is significant here. Let's just get a few more. Okay, I think you're the one getting married. I honor my spiritual self is the tagline on that card. All right, soul searching, spiritual enlightenment, self-reflection. All right, let's see. Yeah, and this drama queen is looking the other way. And well, underway, something's underway, something about the Navy, something about, yeah, look at that. You may have had some issues with sobriety in the past, or you could have had some intermittent or transient addiction issue, and or somebody that you're with could have had this issue, but it's facing the opposite direction. Maybe spilling the tea. Somebody tried to tell somebody that you were an alcoholic or that you were a drug addict or something, and test results chasing clout in reverse, reserved army reserves. Okay, so we got army and navy, we've got military, so we've got sober life here. The dove of peace is moving through. That's all there is, and that's all she wrote. Somebody could have written something about you. And before I started this reading, I kid you not, I was singing Sia's Chandelier because I was channeling for the next omen. Chandelier. And that's a song where, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. I throw them back until I lose count. Okay, somebody swinging from the chandeliers, and this is the transformation. So you or somebody significant to you has had, whether it is an intermittent, and I don't know why I want to say it that way. I don't usually say intermittent addiction, or I suppose some situational addiction as relate. I almost said revert. Somebody was hoping that you would be an alcoholic or that you would be a drug addict. Like, all right, somebody else is sucking on a pipe, but it's not you. Okay, somebody could have the crystal addiction, if you know what I mean. Somebody could actually be doing that. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. I'm going to be very strong with you here. I don't like even knowing about that. People doing chemical drugs, that'll just screw you up. I mean, look, nobody even wants to take a prescription unless they absolutely have to. Somebody doesn't like to take prescription drugs. I mean, you want to leave the body temple alone, like do your checkups and get your health checks and everything, right? But please be careful. And it could be the drama queen over here. The one that I said always reminds me of the Queen of Swords in reverse could be like an addict, actually have some chemical addictions. I'm getting that somebody has, okay, rosacea is significant here. Her face is red, but she's embarrassed there. All right, somebody is just embarrassed. The tea is spilling right on her head. All right, anything else here? And we'll move on. Let's take this one. Yeah, dirty laundry. Her dirty laundry, whoever this drama queen is, it's all out. It's out. You're free from this sober life, no distractions or substances. That's that kind. If you're going to do a substance, just live in a place where that's legal. Okay, so if you're going to go pluck a flower from the ground or smoke weed or something, like make sure that you're in a place where that's legal and you won't have troubles. All right, so we got dirty laundry. So this person's dirty laundry is being aired. Something about air, something about an air sign for sure. Okay, because we have Gemini, and I'm calling this one the Queen of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be significant here. Yeah. And I was just as I was going to say, we've got fire, we've got the earth over here with you, and nothing too significant than the Eight of Pentacles. You've been very patient. Virgo energy. I'm talking to somebody who's either dealing with the Virgo or has significant Virgo placements there. Working, working, working. Okay, August is going to be significant here. Something could have taken 8 years. Something's been going on for 8 years, you know? This could be an 8-year cycle for you. Wow. Look at, because in the past, there we go. And you know what I've said about this card? I feel like this is like gay people. Okay, there could have been a gay couple or somebody in that couple. It's flying this way. It's not flying over on you. Somebody's trying to do a flyover. Somebody flew over. One flew over the cuckoo's nest could be significant. So Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise, somebody's name could be Dom. Somebody could be into that whole bullshit with the Dom and whatever, man. Okay, whatever floats your damn boat. So we've got the hidden agenda. So somebody over here from this camp, something about a camp, something about encampment, something about a base camp, encampment. Again, with somebody could be in the ROTC, or this could have something to do with Civil Air Patrol. Encampment, encampment, encampment. Okay, let's see. I suppose somebody could be camping, but I'm not getting that vibe. Okay, so again, there's the issue of somebody trying to hide, you know, whether the fact that this is like two gay men or just an agenda. But, you know, those two people are so close to each other that I'm just telling you what my vibe is. You know, the card says not everyone's motives are obvious. This connection comes with fine print and a hidden clause. Yeah, you know, I'm getting that whole lavender marriage again. Okay, so you're getting the same kind of energies coming through from one of my previous readings, and I don't know which one. Oh, and this card's in the upright, so we're just going to take it. Yeah, somebody has had to quit trying to collect dirt on you or trying to expose you for something that isn't happening, because we've got Gemini again. We've got double Gemini. So there could have been a Gemini in your circle of trust, or people that you shouldn't trust or you did and now you know not to. Page of Swords, somebody could have been here with hidden agenda and spilling the tea, dirty laundry for the drama queen. Somebody could have been paying a Gemini individual who may or may not be part of this hidden agenda of gay people. I'm not sure. But the Page of Swords in reverse is, you know, this is the malice, hypocrisy, suspicion, problem, somebody who is unconcerned with the feelings of others, a user. All right, so we've got a user over here on this side that was trying to collect information or watch you or keep an eye on you for the drama queen with the hidden agenda. You know, it doesn't have to be that she was married to somebody who was gay, you know, because queen energy is divorce energy. So she's the one divorcing over here while you're getting married. And we've got wedding day. The initials D and W could be significant, as are the initials T and R. Double C's over here. Somebody is initial C, or you've got, you know, I'm not gonna say that. Somebody could be a C cup. There, I did. Okay, let's see. We're gonna take this one. Yeah, you've burned bridges. This is like this energy. Okay, for those of you that are following only the tarot readings, this energy is coming right back around. It's not the same exact story. It feels like it's giving us more details, but I'm noticing themes again. Burning the bridges, probably with people, Eight of Pentacles, that you worked with, Virgo energy. All right. Something about the summer. I know what you did last summer. We know what you did last summer. Everybody knows it's coming out anyway. Somebody's going to be outed. Somebody's already been outed, and somebody's been kicked out of a job. Somebody could, yeah, look at, oh, damn, can't make this up because we have consequences. Okay, so no more running. This karma's catching up, and someone's being held accountable. What I say. And that's what's happening over here. Does this mean literal imprisonment? I don't know, but we're going to place it over here and they can all go to jail. Okay, so do not pass go, do not collect $200. I am not going to Mirandize them because I don't think we care to know for your birthday what these idiots have done. Okay, they can go, you know, they can go cry over there in the corner. Yeah, they're in the Five of Pentacles, Taurus energy. There's a couple that's involved. Uh-huh, out in the cold. Yeah. There's an issue with either losing a job, can't find a job, lost a house. There's significant issues back there with those people. Okay, so we're going to let this all go. And let's move on to, let's sing that song. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. Yeah, you could go ahead and cry over there, bitch. Okay, so let's leave one more here. We're having a birthday party or an unbirthday party, and these people are not invited. Okay, no, you can't come here. You cannot come to our party. All right. I don't know why I've seen this a couple of times. So let's get some locations and see if this resonates with you. I turned one over there. Somebody turned something over. Somebody's turning over a new leaf. Saudi Arabia. Beautiful. Virginia Beach, Virginia, and New Jersey. Anything else? Oh, okay. So a windy location is significant. I'm not going to do too many. I just feel inclined to. Somebody's going to decline an invitation, or you're going to decline inviting somebody to whatever your celebration is, whether it's a wedding or whether it's just a party. Wedding party. Something about the best man at a wedding party. Okay, let's just take these. We've got Peru, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. Zorro Ranch could be significant. You could be an investigator. Somebody's name could be Jeff. You know that drill. Somebody's a drill sergeant. Military, all right. So let's move on. Which tarot deck do we want to use? Let's use the Tarot of the Modern Witch, because I was going to use that yesterday and I didn't. And I even said that I was going to. What does 2026 look like? And for those of you that are just strictly following the tarot reading, then just watch it like a regular tarot reading, okay? There's always a message for you. Don't force anything to fit. Yeah, we got a King of Pentacles and an Emperor in reverse. You could have, or maybe the King of Pentacles, that Virgo energy there, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I did say Virgo. And Emperor in reverse, Aries energy. Okay, there was somebody who was in a position of authority, or maybe somebody higher ranking. Okay, because I keep getting military references there. A school is or was significant. The initial A could be significant to that. Doesn't have to be. It's just quite obvious. Something is quite obvious. And somebody's been doing something right in front of your face. And you've just been like, okay, bitch, I see you. So what are you going to do? I don't think you care about it at all. I get such a detached, aloof feeling. Look at that. I went to locations and something that I don't normally do, like in this part of the reading for anybody, but I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to look at locations. I feel like I want to. Somebody's changed location. Somebody went somewhere else or is going somewhere else, or maybe you're just doing a lot of traveling right now, or that's something that you hope to do. Now, travel can be relative to you in proximity. So traveling to the other end of the state could be quite a great distance for somebody who's never been out of the country, for example. And maybe you hope to go. So Montreal, Quebec is significant. Ontario, Canada is significant. We've got Canadians here. Mounted police, significant here. Horses are significant here. The police is significant. The police. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the... Okay, so somebody was trying to say that you are like... okay, the Roxy is significant. If you're old enough, you would know what the Roxy is. Okay, so it could be the brand for those of you that are younger. All right, let's see. Roxy. Somebody knows Danny Bonaducci. Okay, the Partridge family is significant here. A family partridges and a partridge in a pear tree. Somebody has a birthday in December. All right, let's see. Big ass yellow bus. All right, let's see. Somebody wants to get in a motorhome and travel. Somebody bought a motorhome. Danny Bonaducci, somebody's brother has a motorhome, but they actually don't use it. They're not going anywhere. They're just full of shit. Say you want a revolution. No. Okay, somebody wants to change something about their life. Phil is significant. Dr. Phil, this is your life. All right, let's see. Yeah, you changed something. All right, because you've got the 5 of Cups in reverse. We'll see who this is about, but I want it to be about you, okay? Because it's your birthday, or happy birthday. A very merry birthday. Okay, so we got the Two of Wands. You made the decision, even though external forces seem to be challenging you about the decision that you made. You made the right decision, even if the Sun card is in the reverse. The Sun is so good that it tends to mitigate or ameliorate the other negative cards. And there's nothing really negative here. So everything is fine. All right, let's see. Two of Wands, but people are wanting to challenge you with confusion or pull you in two different directions. Palazzo pants are, I was going to say expensive. Did somebody just buy a pair of expensive palazzo pants? All right. Significant, expensive. Expenses are significant here. And if I say expenses, it doesn't mean that everybody has it. Somebody's been falsifying expense reports, okay, and turning them into their company, padding that. Yeah. And look at that. There's the King of Swords. Remember, we had the Queen of Swords in that other oracle reading at the beginning. Are you marrying? Uh-oh. Okay, so for some of you, you're actually with somebody from your past that was with somebody from their past. Follow me here. Somebody's following you? Okay, so it could be online. Don't get too excited. Somebody's not too excited anyway. Okay, so I don't know. We'll have to see how this fits in, but I have to say it the way that I am getting it. Some of you, okay, wait. Past energy. The person who's got their eyes on you, for some of you, this could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a male. Or they're the fire sign and they're with the drama queen, who I said reminded me of the Queen of Swords in reverse. That person, the Queen of Swords in reverse, has been married or involved significantly. There's something about, oh boy, I don't want to Mirandize people here. I'm not going to question that bitch. Okay, so the Queen of Swords in reverse, who showed up as the drama queen. This person, the King of Swords in the upright, you were with them in the past. They went kind of like back to the future. They went to the past to have a future with somebody from their past. That was a drama queen. And I'm saying was is in past tense. That divorce, that could be where I'm saying you're having to finalize a divorce so that you can get married. But then the Queen of Swords in reverse is, and usually the swords people, these are divorced people. So your ex was a divorced person too. This person could have been married like 3-4 times that you know of. Okay, something like that. They're in the upright. So I'm not going to be too difficult on this person yet, because they could be faking it. They could have appeared as the King of Swords in the upright. Okay. I don't want to channel too much because well, I don't know. I'm still coming off of that full moon energy, which had me just kind of, sluggish energy. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, you're going to need to do like me. Do you see that Two of Wands there? Do you see the woman looking at the cell phone? Do you remember that I told you that people are trying to distract you, discredit you? Anyway, so we've got this person who's distracted by the phone, but she is looking up. Please just take my advice. If you are busy, you can't give where you're busy giving somewhere else you're going to get. It reminds me of when I used to talk to somebody on the phone all the time and they used to drive me crazy, but I loved her very much. And I was cooking and I actually significantly burnt myself and had to go on a date with somebody else that I'd never gone out with before. And I had bandages on my shoulder. I had, I don't know if you could, I heal really well. So I don't know if this was actually from that burn, but I got the shit burned out of me when I was frying hamburgers. And it may not be about cooking and it may be about cooking. You need to just put your phone on silent. Don't look at the phone if you don't have the time to be able to do, like right now, I've got to get to a shit ton of email messages. I have not been able to because there were other things that were higher on the priority list because they were more time sensitive. You need to remember that other people could inadvertently be trying to distract you because they want or need something from you. And I want you to remember, and I'm thinking about the carafe in my kitchen over here. You cannot pour from an empty pitcher. You can't give what you don't have. You can't give energy where you don't have. Something about this last full moon total lunar eclipse on March 3rd probably has you a bit tired. But we're also, lots of us, including you, who are light workers, you're going to feel that because everybody's leveling up and going through spiritual awakenings. That includes very often some hardships, okay, or spiritual hardships, or a sense of like that pregnancy test, feeling tested. It's not Jesus isn't doing it to you. This is just the way things are. Look at that. Okay. So in the crowning influence, we have the Knight of Swords because look, there could be people that by not answering the phone or answering the door, because a phone is a portal, a door is a portal, by not involving yourselves with these people when you don't have it to give, or they're people that you've cut off completely, you're going to have to understand that they might want to just argue with you because they're unhappy about their lives. But what can you do? You're probably working on, you know, writing your cups because you're in the Five of Cups reversed. So you're trying to get your life together or move it forward. And I don't know what stage of healing you are from anything going on, but you do have that wedding card. So, that could be also you being the bride or the bridegroom to the Holy Spirit. We're all like, if you're like me, I'm married to Jesus first. You're just going to have to know that it's been that way ever since I was a child. I was baptized, in Catholic church. I did my first communion 1978, I was 10 years old. I've been married to Jesus specifically since I was 10. Everybody else is going to come after Jesus. For somebody here, it's important for you to know that, that there are people, and maybe you're like me, you're married to Jesus and, first, and everybody else is going to have to, either be part of that same tribe or tribu, like if they don't love Jesus, then you don't really want to have any real connection with them. You're just going to share your testimony or let your light shine, and that is your testimony. Okay, yeah, because you are like, no, bitch. I'm like, you're way back there. I'm not, no, don't come near me. Okay, somebody from your past. All right, something from your past. And it doesn't have to be a person. We're going to take these. Okay, because look at you got free of this situation. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. You got free of this, whatever prison of your mind, or whatever this, whatever the situation is. Maybe maybe the King of Swords was in prison and is recently out, but we're talking about you. So you are free from the prison of your mind, okay? And you could be working on that. And when I say of your mind, in my mind, I hear undermined, and I'm thinking about that Two of Wands. Somebody trying to distract you, somebody trying to, text you, or somebody trying to call you, or somebody trying to knock at your door, or somebody waiting by your car, like that kind of thing. All right, so I've got the Two of Swords here. So in the past, or at least in the recent past, at some point, you were not looking at something for what it is. And maybe that's more current energy. Could be somebody around you or in the energy. People think that you're just not making a decision, but I see that you already did. Maybe you felt challenged, Two of Wands, by the decision to make a decision, Two of Swords. And maybe we're having difficulty because of that blindfold that appears in both. And we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Other people can be saying that you are a selfish person. You could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Of course, you're a Pisces, obviously. You could be just watching this for, the tarot reading. That's why I'm saying lots of things here. Somebody was trying to say or portray you to be this Queen of Cups in reverse. And again, with that kind of alcoholic energy, when it's like, bitch, I don't drink, or like, I'm not into this. I don't know what you're talking about. I drink with you, or I drank with you the last time years ago, or, here or there, or whatever it was that we did, because I'm getting that it has something to do with this King of Swords. So the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be trying to tell people that you're not free and that you are an addict. And it's like, bitch, I haven't drank in this many years, or whatever this is. Or maybe you're a person that used to have some kind of, remember I was saying situational or transition, something about that seemed to be temporary, but he's in the upright. So I don't know what he's doing there. This doesn't have to be the same person I'm feeling like this driving Miss Daisy, driving you to drink. Daisies are significant. All right, let's see. Tell us about your hopes and fears here. I don't want to, somebody doesn't want to get tangled up in the past, and yet the past, you're afraid. It's like, shit, are you going to come back over here and like try to come for more, come for me? What are you doing, penetrating the clouds? All right, somebody could be on an airplane. That's my airplane card. Air travel is very quickly, and it goes up and then it comes down. So somebody, you're maybe you've got some, maybe it doesn't have to be a real fear, but some trepidation. Like, I don't even want you to come near me. I don't care if you're showing up on your Batman bike, whatever. Somebody could have one of those. Is it a Harley Davidson, the one with the three wheels, and then you can even get a little sidecar? Okay, so a street car named Desire. Something about a car. Something about a car parked on the street, or a street car. Somebody desires you. Somebody could have you very closely identified with a car or a motorcycle, but I'm feeling like it's a street car named Desire. Okay, yeah, look, somebody wants to fight with you or compete for you. They always look like a coven of witch bitches, but this is Tarot of the Modern Witch. Okay, go ahead. Do your best over there. You're like, whatever, ladies, you're wearing an awful lot of black and we're heading into the spring. Okay, so orange is the new black. All right, here we go. What's the summary for this phase? This was just a phase. Yeah, look at this. You are in Queen of Swords. You're not even looking at the King of Swords. Now, this could be that somebody from the past wants to come out and, like a LARPing bitch, wants to come and compete for you or fight you or stop your wedding. And we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. They don't have shit to offer you. You left behind something that was too small. Pun intended. Okay, somebody was. Okay, it has nothing to do with that. Like, I'm just, being facetious, yes, I'm a poet and I didn't know it and I'm a comedian. Okay, so we've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You left something behind that was just not enough of an offer, or they never made an offer to come back to you anyway. Maybe this is somebody, I said Mrs. This is somebody that you could have been married to or were supposed to be or like gaslit to. I don't know. But summary, you've got your back turned and you're like, come bitches. I'm just about to say, please, exit stage left. Somebody's an actor. All right. Let's continue. Tell us more about the future. I want to know about this wedding day. I want to know about your current relationship if you have one. Because whatever it is, even that wedding day is the Four of Wands to me. So you're stable. That's Four of Wands energy. You're like, damn, this is a lot of drama, Rita, for, 41 minutes into this. Somebody's 41. Somebody could be 25. Somebody could be 52. All right, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so in the past, there was no victory. Somebody was ashamed of something. Oh, Lord, are we going to keep going into this? Okay, I'm going to go faster because I want to get out of this energy with these people that don't feel victorious with you. So, okay, so somebody doesn't feel victorious. God bless it, man, because like shit. Okay, the readings are just in the energy. There's nothing I could do about this. You see me shuffling the cards, you interpret them. Okay, so you could be a tarot card reader. Somebody's a shitty tarot card reader. Okay, like maybe your ex thinks that they could read tarot cards and they can't. Okay, so we've got the Lover's card because you have to be in alignment with the Most High, to be able to do this. And if you're like aligned with the most dark, then you're just an asshole, and you're going to get, espíritu burlones. So you're going to get people that, spirits that are just going to mislead you because that's what their job is. Demons are there to trick you, to destroy you, to lead you down somebody's round, somebody's very big and round. Okay, so the spirits and all of those negative things, okay, the negative spirits, I should say, the demonic, all of that satanic shit, their job is to see how stupid you are, to see if you will believe them and follow them into this satanic thing, into the demonic thing. And you could test other people with this as well and see if they can turn that quick, then that's what you've got. Somebody from your past made a stupid ass choice and feels like a stupid ass. There could be an interracial couple here. Okay, because we've got a man who's got darker skin and a blonde. Somebody made a stupid choice. And we've got the judgment card. Yes, they're under judgment. Okay, so there we know. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. And it is the King of Pentacles in reverse with the King of Swords. Okay. So it may have been the same person that was in the upright in the past, or these are two different men. One of them could be the air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody else could be earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be one, could just be out there, communicating, or could be, somebody from the past could have been a doctor, a lawyer, a surgeon, a speaker. This could be even a physical therapist, a speech pathologist. What else? The King of Swords is just somebody who's talking. So this could be like a traveling salesman. Okay. So with the King of Pentacles, there could be two different people here. I'm almost getting this is the same person. Then in the past, this person, the King of Swords, was in the upright. And this was your match, okay, in the past, because you're showing up as a Queen of Swords. Two people that have been previously divorced, okay? But then because they made a bad choice and they're under judgment, they are now the King of Pentacles. Somebody's losing their ass in a business, like their businesses are failing. They can't keep up. Mortgages are significant. Some mortgage fraud could be significant. I don't know where that came from, but it came and I said it. Veni Vidi Vici. Okay, so let's see. So this person is now the King of Pentacles in reverse and like regrets. Like this is a very stingy, miserly, money-centric person. All right, call-centric is significant. Somebody could have used that service in the past or used it to try to get to you. Concentrics is significant. You could work for concentrics. Okay, let's see. All right, now in the crowning influence, you could tell that this is, yeah, look. See? You definitely were with this person in the past, could have been married to them. They were a match at a certain point. Now they were in the upright, but that was a past position. Now that and this is absolutely embarrassing for them because the Six of Wands in reverse is embarrassment. This is public humiliation, like a humiliation ritual. Like they're going through the same humiliation ritual that somebody wanted to put you through. And that is the woman part of it. But remember, even if you're joined at the hip, you don't have to do with the other. You could be Siamese twins. And so somebody's from Siam. We are Siamese, if you please. We are Siamese, if you don't please. We are former residents of Siam. There are no finer cat than we. Okay, so somebody could be Asian. All right, so we've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles. And so now there is a Queen of Pentacles. This person, this could be the divorce. They're probably divorcing this person or they're about to, okay? Because they're like, I fucked up. My give up. Star Wars is significant. Space Force is significant. Yeah, because in the challenge, again, this isn't their wish fulfillment. They're like, I don't know what I just did. You know, in the challenging position, she's kind of like, damn, I got these 9 cups. I don't even know if I want them. Somebody was led astray. Something about the demonic here, significant. Somebody was doing some kind of stupid ass witchcraft. And as I said earlier, there's the everything is fine. This person is trying to shake the swords out of their back. Somebody stabbed them in the back or they stabbed themselves in the back with the everything is fine. Again, notice a cell phone. Somebody's watching you on the internet. How hard is that to do these days? I don't know why people focus that way. Let the frickin' past go. I would like to talk to this I would like to talk to this person only to say, let it go and move in another direction. Okay? There are 360 degrees that you could move through. Find one. Go to Siam, okay? Well, that's, they don't call themselves that anymore. So we have the Knight of Wands, okay? Because somebody would like to rush toward you here with a wand. Now they're trying to wand you, and dine you, wine you, wand you, okay? Yeah, well, they're rushing in feeling very excited and passionate, creative about you. Or this is the thing, they're trying to shake these swords out of their back. Okay, yeah, they want justice with you. And maybe they feel like this is the justice of the peace. Like, oh shit, he or she's about to get married to somebody. He's probably a female, though, from what we've seen. And I got to come in here and say, I object. Okay, so we like the Star Wars. All right, let's see. We like the Star Wars. Yeah. Dactarian credits will not do fine. No, they won't. Okay. Somebody's going to try to convince you that they got some money. They got a couple nickels in their pocket and they think that somehow you are interested in money. Like that's going to motivate you. No, bitch. Okay. Let's see. You've already said no to this. The initial M is significant. Yeah. This is the thing. They're hoping that this cycle isn't over, but I see, look what's about to happen. It's like, the one ring that rules them all. Okay, so that is a very heavy ring, by the way. Yeah, they're like, oh crap, before this cycle is over, the circle is complete. Yeah, they want to return from the past, and you do not have good memories with them. Maybe they don't have the best memories with you, but you are in the past, and they're trying to jump back over here to you. All right, let's clarify that. I don't want to clarify this much longer. You can't make this shit up. Page of Swords. They're like, what are you doing over there? What you got in your pocket? What's in your pocket? You got to have something in your pocket. Some of you know what that is, right? I mean, it looks like you have something in your pocket. What do you have in your pocket? Somebody could be pocket watching you. Somehow they think you've got money. It's like, bitch, I don't have what you think I have. Okay? But whatever it is, somebody's watching you. They want to gather intelligence on you because it's still about them at this point. They want to see who it is that you are with. You probably don't have that out there in the public. And, social media is what it is, but we have to have a personal, private life too, right? Oh, okay. So don't make me break out an ugly deck. Somebody's got an ugly dick. Sorry. Okay. Okay. That just flew out of my mouth. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, look, because they want you to heal them. Let me cover up her like boobs and pubes. So we've got the star card, Aquarius energy, astrological timing energy, connected to the Virgo energy, because this is the star that is in the lamp that the Hermit Virgo energy holds. Huh. 1972 is significant here. All right, let's see. Yeah, they're like, heal me, fix me. She's on my birthday today too. Okay, yeah, Okay, right. Yeah, because they're saying the challenge is that they're not strong like you. Yoo-hoo-hoo. I want to lock. Somebody wants to lock your ass in. No. Somebody wants to lock onto that target. Somebody wants to be locked on. Somebody wants to lock onto that target. Boba Fett is significant here. I'm getting a lot of Star Wars references. TIE fighters are significant. Thailand could be significant. A fighter could be significant. A fighter pilot, Boba Fett. Okay, so we've got... Yeah, look at... They're like, I poured my cup out. I'm being judged. I have no emotions. Somebody's a robot. R2D2 could be significant. The initials R and D, or research and development. Somebody could work in research and development. 22 could be significant. The 22nd of a month could be significant. Ace of Cups, they have like, they're like, this person's like all tapped out. This person, somebody has had open heart surgery here. Okay, they just told me that. Somebody's had some heart surgery or is facing something about some kind of heart surgery is significant here. They want you to heal them. They don't feel like they have the strength, but unless you've got a little, somebody has a massage parlor. Something about the color blue. Okay, so they just said blue lotus. Okay, a blue lotus. Somebody has a blue lotus. All right. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. Something has changed for the worse for somebody here, because we have the Five of Swords, and that always gives me that medical doctor. And I was talking to you about somebody's having heart issues, some kind of why am I getting thoracic? I I I'm not a medical doctor, so I just try to... Okay. Cardiothoracic. Cardiothoracic. Okay, let me think. If I get more on that, I'll let you know. Somebody's health is deteriorating here, and this is your ex, or they feel it is. I almost feel like, with the strength card, you could get yourself better, but you're not doing anything about it. You're resisting the changes here. Seasons change. People change. All right, let's see. Yeah, look at that. Now we've got the 10 of Swords in reverse. They're like, I want to get better. They're like, Rita, I'm trying to shake these swords out of my back because I'm pretending like everything is fine, but I'm not fine, but I am trying to get better. Like, I feel like I'm almost dead. Somebody doesn't want something over here. Lord. Okay. But look, in the challenge, I'm going to cover up the boobs and the pubes. This is a very natural deck, very natural beauty, the way we should all be. Okay, just be healthy and do the best you can. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles. The issue is that they're still challenged by somebody else, because that's in the near future. There is still somebody in this relationship. Maybe they're going to say, well, hey, look, I am getting ready to divorce, or say, well, talk to somebody once you know what you're doing, okay? Because that's not to say that you have to have every, piece of paper filed and all that done. But come on, Mountain, these things take years, okay? So I don't know. You could have known somebody for years. Maybe this was 3 years ago. Yeah, look at, they're really suffering. They're struggling. Okay, they're really suffering over you, but I don't want you feeling sorry for people just because I say that. For all I know, you're getting married like this weekend, and All right. Yeah, they don't want to be out in the cold. The Five of Pentacles is the challenge at that point. Yeah, look at, and they're like, can you please just be a magician and manifest me back, because I keep trying to manifest you back and you ain't coming back. Ain't no sunshine when you're gone, hon. Okay, yeah, we know. Right? Sometimes people are just attracted to you because, of your high vibrational. And look at what we have here, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You don't want to work with this person. You don't want to work with this person, and it could be a bunch of people you don't want to work with. It could be about work. You'll have to interpret this, in your own way as it relates to your situation. Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, jumped right over here. Holy shit. Because we got the Three of Wands. Again, another 33rd degree Mason. Don't be so afraid of it. My grandfather was a master Mason. But no, not like all this weird shit. It was in Cuba when they were trying to put clothes on people and help people find the power within themselves, okay? Revolutionaries. Okay, so we got the Three of Wands. One too many. Could be up to 5 people. Whatever this is, you have looked away from it and you're saying, no, this weekend I'm getting married. Somebody's getting married this weekend, and there's my 4th wand. So the one that I actually want. Yeah, the one that I want. Somebody's greasy. All right, let's see. Please, Holy Spirit, for the love of God. Lord have mercy. Christ have mercy. Somebody's a Catholic. Okay, let's see. Oh, I love a good Gothic church. Catholicism it's beautiful, like it doesn't have to mean that you believe in every tenant or have to have every response to it. I'm just saying, like take it lightly. Somebody's trying to take it lightly, and you don't want to be involved in any of this. And so again, these tarot readings, I can't really control the cards that come out of here. I can't just make shit up, because you're looking at the cards. Okay, yeah, look, here's some bitch. Kitchen witch. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This could be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius doesn't have to be, but this is some bitch who's very selfish. This is a very self-centered, self-serving, self-satisfying person. This is a person who's going to do everything they can to just get what they want because it's all about appearances with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands thinks that she's a fucking princess and she's not. Somebody's a prisoner. This could be the person who's in jail or is going to go if she doesn't watch out. All right, let's see. Tell us something. Okay, so that person, and they're still trying to juggle 2 things or make the money go real far, or they want to juggle 2 people. Maybe your ex went to that person who's the Queen of Wands and whatever. Okay, gosh, I'm so sick of this. I may have to switch decks just to get out of this energy. Ugh, we'll take it for what it's worth. Yeah, look, these people are divorcing. There's the King of Wands. And if they're married, like I said, these people are going to get divorced. It's just a matter of time. All right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius doesn't have to be another self-centered, superficial prick. All right, a love bomber, a manipulator, a narcissist type. All right. Well, back there, they're hoping to have a new beginning with you, or you want a new beginning by yourself, but it is their energy. So somebody here is hoping for a new beginning and somebody wants to apologize to you. I suggest that you leave on the do not disturb on your phone. Hopefully you've changed your numbers, changed location. Somebody changed location. Somebody's changed venues. Okay. So for a legal issue, there could be somebody's requesting a change in venue. Okay. So because they feel like it's more appropriate or it's not fair. This isn't like a conflict of interest. This is literally requesting a change in venue and asking the court to see it their way. Because this is a divorce, because people are losing money, because this is the end of a cycle with a 10 of Pentacles with the whole damn family. Okay. This is over. Yeah, it's over for them. So somebody's like, how do I apologize to you now that you're going to find out anyway? Page of Swords. Page of Pentacles reverse, that I fucked this all up, and that, while you were busy over there healing and doing what you could, just I was over here with somebody who's a kitchen witch, has gaggle of LARPing witches that are naked at the park wearing their Costco robes and, their Harry Potter ones. Yeah, because you're in a completely new cycle, but they want a new cycle with you. Look, if you look at this person down at the bottom, this chick with the blue hair is looking at the chick with the black hair who's at the top of the wheel. It's your turn to be on top. Okay, so it's your turn. The wheel has turned. It's your turn now. It's your time now. The Page of Cups wanted to fly all the way over here and is in this position. They want to apologize to you. I don't know what for. Like, save my soul. Okay, so somebody's like knows there could be. I'm for a very small group of you. I'm sure it's not that common. Somebody is actually very, very ill and maybe has been told you've only got 6 months. Okay, something about the 6. Okay, so the 6 of the month. Somebody born on the 6th of the month, or maybe they don't have this diagnosis, but they feel it coming. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay, so somebody's like in this position where they don't know what to do. They can't get off the tree. They sacrifice something, but this is about you. They can't get off the tree. They're still kind of like, they feel like they've been victimized, but they're the ones who voluntarily put themselves on this tree. This is not Christ. All right, let's see. I can feel it coming in the air. Yeah, because here in the outcome, we have the King of Cups. This is the person who's actually your match. Okay. You're a Pisces, so it would be a King of Cups. Maybe they're like, I could feel it coming in the air tonight. My ex is about to get married, and I screwed something up here royally, and I want to go toward him or her, but I can't. I want to apologize. How do I intercept this? Something about the interception. We're going to take this one, yeah, because you're getting married. I'm looking at it. Somebody's getting married or is married, or somebody's coming out of a marriage now. They're going through the divorce. They're going to court. They need a change in venue. Something about a change in venue. Oh, and secrets are coming out about this. Somebody really just married somebody else because, it's easy. Green acres are the place. Okay, so the green acres, something about just marrying for money, trying to level up or, having something better. Somebody wants to move. There's a creature from the Black Lagoon, like something's coming up. Like, even the ocean will give up its secrets because as technology advances, we can go down to the deep and we can see it for ourselves. Okay? We could send remotes down there. Somebody's a drone operator, somebody's a drone pilot, somebody's a pilot. It's coming up. There could be an ocean in the water, something about John F. Kennedy. Somebody's name is John, somebody's name is Fitzgerald or Frank or Fitz and Kennedy, the Kennedys, the Kennedy curse. Somebody's family has a curse. I think I said that in another reading. Okay, I really want to. Excelsior, the Luxor, something about Las Vegas, Nevada is significant, or Nevada in general, something about a cursed land. Okay, Nevada is like, to me, I'm sorry to anybody, who, all right, but it's called Sin City for a reason. Okay, they got chicken ranches. Prostitutes are significant. Somebody could have frequented or attempted to frequent a house of ill repute. All right, that's disgusting. Nobody wants it. All right, stay away. Okay, you tell them to stay away. We're going to go to the after tarot just for fun because we're at 1 minute. Or excuse me, 1 hour and 1 minute. 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh, you're on. Somebody's name is Doug. All right, here we go. So, I just do these as I do them. Sometimes I wish they could be shorter, but they can't because I can't just stop mid mango. Somebody likes mangoes. Okay, somebody's name. I had a cat I called Mango, but I spelled it in French. Mango Mary Ward, Montgomery Ward. Somebody's name is Montgomery. Somebody's name could be Ward. Somebody could be from a specific ward in the LDS Church. Latter-day Saints could be significant. Somebody's name is Larry. These are someone's latter days. The Great Tribulation is significant to someone. The book of Leviticus is significant. Somebody's name starts with an L for sure. Troy. Somebody's name is Troy. Somebody's name is Helen or Helena. Okay, this is odd. Someone listening to me went to see the Vatican. All right. Rome is significant. Vatican City is significant. Somebody is or feels like they are or were an empire unto themselves. All right, let's see. David. Maybe it's about David and Goliath. Maybe you were like the David and you fought Goliath, and, it could have been something like Vatican. The Holy Roman Empire is significant here. Something unholy. Somebody's name is Sam or Smith, or Sam Smith is significant. Ugh. All right, Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. God, protect us all. I rebuke that in the holy name of Jesus. Do you see how fucked up people are right now? That, humiliation rituals, and they like it. Some of them don't like it, of course. Somebody's being humiliated right now. Let me see if I get any other names or places or faces and spaces. A space between spaces. Somebody's been attempting, okay, like if you think this isn't possible, think again, okay, but somebody's been astral traveling to see you, okay, but I really don't know what they wish to accomplish other than they miss you. I ain't missing you at all. Okay, so somebody ain't missing you, but they are, and they're just full of shit. Okay, whatever. You don't care. All right, Holy Spirit, tell us about Pisces. Damn it. Yeah, look at there you are battling the dragons. Imagine dragons is significant here. All right, yeah, because things are balancing out for you. That feels much better to me. Let me take this off. Okay, so things are balancing out for you. All right. Giving and receiving. Maybe somebody that owes you something is going to bring it to you, or, karma's just balancing itself, and the universe is giving you little things here and there, things that you need, or you've got more than enough, or even, in your situation, you've been able to help other people and now they're helping you. All right. But there's a balance here. The 6 is significant again, 666. Go look up the angel number. For others, it's going to be Sam Smith and like the whole demonic thing, but we're going to keep that energy out of here because I'm sick of it already. And the challenge is the 5 of Cups, to not fall into any depression and to let this thing just go. You've already righted the cups. And look at here. The challenge is there's somebody else. I said this in one of my other readings that I didn't notice this before. I thought it was like a woman and some children or something, and I never really stopped to look at it. There's somebody who's drowning in the river, and the challenge is you need to not look back. Again, what the Bible references, okay? Lot's wife, okay? So don't look back. Sodom and Gomorrah. When something is falling and somebody has chosen to stay too long, you cannot save them or you will drown with them. Do not go back to the past. Do not turn your back. Do not look back. If you've ever had to walk away from somebody and okay, this is the last time you're ever going to see my face because now you're going to watch my ass walking away, what do you never do? You never look back. Because energetically, that's when you seal it, when you know that somebody's just rotten to the core or just a bad human being or somebody very negative or whatever it is that you found wrong. What do? You turn your back and you keep walking. You do not look back. I'm asking you right now, Pisces, to remember, do not look back. Do not look back. Do not turn back or you will drown with that person. In fact, that person could be in such a bad situation that they would like to pull you freaking down and they're like the creature of the Black Lagoon from the moon card. You have moved forward. You're in good karmic balance. 5, 6, you're in an alignment. Somebody could be 56 years old. Somebody could be 65. 1965 is highly significant here. All right. Hanged man, yeah, because you have been given assistance here. You've been given divine assistance. This is like Mary helping her son Jesus on the cross. Christ have mercy. I love Mother Mary very much. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Somebody from your past could be passing away, or there's a significant death attached to them, associated with them. There's an attachment there. That person from your past has some kind of an entity attachment, and I am telling you this very seriously. That's why I'm saying do not look back, because you could see the faces of evil right in them. Something about their eyes was wrong, and you saw that. And I'm not joking, around with like reptilian shapeshifters. But if you notice there was something very wrong with the eyes, there's something wrong with this person, and you need to not look back because you've been assisted here by the divine. Do not look back. That would be disrespecting almost the strength and the help and the support that you were given by the divine to get you out of a very dangerous situation. That's why you're being blessed by something new. And if you're already married and in that happy situation and you're like, Rita, this was 20 years ago, but this is my story, whatever that situation is, it just means that something new is coming in. And because the, changing times and with this massive lunar eclipse and all the astrology and look at the world and look what's happening, these are different times. Read your book of Revelations if you would like to see more about that and you will understand. Look at that, Knight of Wands. In the past, this person, came at you all wandy. Something about Egypt could be significant here. The pyramids could be significant. Okay, sun god Ra is significant. Wow. Yeah, look at you, honey. You got the sun card. This is just transient energy that is trying to pull you again, because the adversary and Satan, okay, but the adversary will try to pull you back into a dark place or into a weakness, or, if anybody's projecting it onto you that they would like you to be an addict or a drug addict or a heroin addict or an alcoholic or whatever, that's just because they're so miserable. It is like the 5 of Cups. They want you to turn around so that you go, oh my gosh, I can't let you just drown in the river. Honey, keep your back turned and you won't see them drowning in the river then. I know that that's very hard for some people to hear me say, but, think of it metaphorically, okay? Yeah. We've got the 3 of Pentacles, because in the after tarot, 5 minutes later, the sculpture is complete in the basement. This person is leaving now. You have completed the task. The spiritual task is complete. It is over. You did what you were supposed to do in that task. Yeah, that was a person who was a liar, a manipulator, a cheater. You call him a love bomber, you could say whatever, but this is also mental illness to me. Let them pour the water into the ocean and then cry about it, okay? Because they spilled their own cup. All right, for no reason. I don't know what they were expecting out of this, but this could have been a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be you, can be the same thing. So yeah, look at this is a 7. In the after tarot, the 5, right, is the 5 of wands, like you would expect for those of you that are tarot readers. And then it goes into the 6, of course, the victory, that kind of thing. And then it devolves again. Instead of like fighting people off, an all-out battle breaks out again. You're not letting this person or this situation or these people, I don't care if it's a job, I don't care what this is, but you're not letting this happen again. People see that you're not even fighting, you're not trying, you're not competing, you want nothing to do with this. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see is that there's a Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody who's very materialistic. Again, male or female, doesn't matter, but look at what these people are in the reverse. Yeah, okay, so Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, hopes and fears. Yeah, look at you just fear that, this new beginning won't be easy for you to do or won't be new beginning enough. Yes, it will be. That's your fear. You're protected. There's a scarab beetle again with the Egyptian motif there. King Tut is significant. Okay, yeah, look, the challenge here for the outcome is, look, you're going to have to move forward and through this, even though you know somebody's never going to take their eyes off of you or you're going to feel a little on guard, but you're going to have to know that, yeah, they can just do that. Look at that. They're still back there. Don't focus on it. Whatever it is, if it comes out in the reading, it's because somebody out there needs to hear this. It may not be you. Parts of this might be for you. If you're like, well, Rita, what does it matter if it's in the past? Okay, well, I don't know. You tell me. But somebody needs to hear that. What if we've got a little friend out there who's only like 30 and is going through this and we're trying to help him or her? No, don't turn around because you're going to be pulled into this problem that they're in. They want to hurt you. Okay, they're sick. I'm going to look at it. Yeah, look. Okay, because it wanted to pop out. That's why I try to make sure that you can see what's going on. Look at what they want from you. They want to pull you into some kind of negativity, something satanic, something demonic, something low vibrational, somehow pulled into their addictions. They just want to ruin your life. Okay, we're going to take another pass. I knew that was, it wanted to pop out and I saw it. That's why I wanted to grab it. Okay, let's see. Summary for you. Rabbits are significant. Gravatar is significant. Avatars are significant. Doesn't have to be the movie Avatar, but your avatar. Somebody's just going to keep watching you, and I want you to pretend it's not happening. That's the best way to. Yeah, it's an emperor in the reverse. It's a fire energy. It's Aries energy. This isn't a real emperor. They would come in and lie to you again. This is the type of person that wants to lie to you. If this is not a romantic situation, this could even be a boss. It could be a community. You got to figure out where that goes. Look at that. They're just going to come in to lie to you. Fuck you. We rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Yeah, you just need to keep working on yourself. Let's cover their asses up. Okay, so let's go another pass here because we can. Tell us more about you moving forward and letting look at, you're going to let go of all of it. Okay, 4 of Cups or 4 of Pentacles. I said 4 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. You've let it go. You're like, take it with you. I release your energy and, let it be absorbed into something else. Maybe it'll end up, going into some dog shit somewhere. Okay. Like you've just released that energy. You let it go. You did not hold on to this. Good for you. Good for you. Good boy. Good girl. Okay. And here we have as a challenge, the Page of Pentacles and a small gnome. Okay. So here you're like, you know what? Even if I don't have very many pentacles, even if I don't have everything I need, even if this beginning is a little bit modest and, in the meantime, I'm helping myself and helping somebody else, I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm challenged by that. Maybe you don't have exactly what you need. Maybe most of us don't have enough of anything that we need to get by, but we keep going forward and we keep releasing what doesn't serve us. Like this. 10 of Swords, somebody just doesn't want to let this thing die or isn't going to let it go. Your challenge is, I'm just saying, you're going to have to keep Page of Swords challenging it. You're going to have to keep letting it go because you are free. Okay. And there could be somebody else that came along and said, hey, look, sister, let me cut that ribbon away from your feet because you actually are free and you don't know it. So I'm here to tell you it's okay to come out now. Okay, don't get yourself caught back up in any of these loops. This is just for entertainment purposes, and you've already moved past it. Wow. Yeah. Now, this was in the reverse, the way it fell on my leg, so I should turn it. You're not tempted anyway. The color red is significant. You're not tempted to look in that cup to see. Is there anything else left in here, though? No, honey, there's not. Okay, so just put down the cup and, go look beautiful in your white dress. See, again, somebody's getting married here. And if it isn't this weekend, I mean, it's coming up quick. It'll be this year. For so many of you who are not married, you will be like, what the hell? I didn't even think I'd ever do that again. Well, oops, there it is. Oops, I did it again. Okay, so somebody's name could be Brittany or Spears, Spires. Okay, God bless Brittany and protect her poor little soul. We know what happened to her. We're getting so much more information about what, who did to her. Fuck him, Jeffrey Epstein, piece of shit. Okay, 10 of Wands in reverse. You've dropped the burden. You're like, I'm not carrying somebody else's burden. I have to carry my own burden. That's all I can do. I'm not going to be pulled into the river. Somebody else who doesn't want to pull themselves out, even though they can swim to shore. All right, we've got the 5 of Wands in reverse. Again, you've released any sense of obligation to any battles or challenges. Very good. You're only just get involved in sports. Okay, find a sport that you like. Go swimming, go boating, go hiking. Like go take your dog for a walk or walk yourself if you don't have a dog. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, you're able to release this now. You just need to remind yourself to keep releasing there. Look, turn your back on it. All right. And remember, you've moved on and this person's still like, hey, I'd like to juggle you some more. No, bitch. You've already gone. You may have even relocated or you could have crossed the water, gone over the ocean into the sea. Not sure what was coming for you. Think about like the immigrants, that emigrated from Europe and how they had to leave everything behind and maybe take only what they could carry in a trunk. You may have left with your suitcases and said, yeah, bye, though. Okay, you can go ahead and try to juggle me. And, you're afraid that maybe you won't have the 10 of cups. Maybe if this is a fear, obviously, and that you won't have a 10 of cups. That it is, that's a fear. Because we've already seen how many times, can it tell you marriage? Doesn't have to be a legally binding contract, but it can be a high level commitment. Okay. For those of you that don't want to do that. 3 of Wands in reverse. Here in the 3 of Wands, somebody has already set it free. Now in the reverse, it's coming back to you. There's some news that will be reaching you. It could have to do with something here from the past, whatever it is. Let it go. Continue to release it. It'll be like, bird, very nice to see you. Here's, whatever birds eat, and bye-bye. Okay, so it's gone. The eagle has landed, and the eagle's going to have to take off again. Something about the eagle has landed. Something about POTUS. Somebody works in the government. Somebody works for the government, Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security. Yeah, look at 4. There's the 4 of Cups that I mentioned earlier. You do see with the 4 of Cups, you do see that the Spirit has already helped you and helped you get through this. All right, let's move this over here. And let's get ourselves some omens. I just changed up, the decks that I was using because I felt like the energy was just a little bit exhausting. And like once I do that, I let the cards rest a little bit, journey. You've taken a journey somewhere. You moved, you relocated, you took your little suitcase and said, bye-bye, baby, bye-bye. It's your turn to cry. That's why I have to say goodbye. So say goodbye. Yeah, look, that's a song by Madonna. All right, we've got melancholy. You're not sad anymore. Bye-bye, baby, bye-bye. It's your turn to cry. Okay, so we've got, scholar in reverse. You've already learned everything you could from the situation. You are done. That book is done. You're done with the book. You burned the book. It's over. You burned the bridge. You burned the book. Yeah. Because you are faithful to yourself, or now you have attracted somebody or somebody's coming close to you and that is faithful. Maybe you're a faithful person as a dog. I had a dog that was my person. She's in heaven. I actually took her kayaking with me. I had her leash with me and I didn't necessarily tell anybody that I did that. But we have faithfulness. You've attracted somebody faithfulness. Could be somebody faithful is traveling toward you. For those of you that are not in a commitment that leads to marriage and you're not getting married on Saturday, okay? For those of you that are worried about it or thought about it, no, 2025 was the year not to get married. 2026, you're okay. All right, look at, yeah. So we've got service and you're like, as a challenge, you're like, I will serve myself first because I have to. You have to remember to put your mask, oxygen mask on yourself before you can help anybody else. Because if you pass out, you can't help anybody. You understand that you have to take care of yourself and make yourself the priority first because love. All right, let's get you a romance angel since we got that card. For those of you that are single and it's your happy birthday, happy unbirthday, a very merry unbirthday. All right, let's see. Doreen Virtue has a PhD and I don't. Okay, so It's not a big deck, in terms of somebody's got a big deck. Sorry. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. Big deck energy here. Okay. All right, Doreen Virtue. Somebody's name could be Doreen. Somebody could be virtuous. Somebody could be a virtuoso. Somebody could play a stringed instrument. Okay, that would include a piano. Piano's a percussion instrument. Somebody plays the drums. All right. What? Ah. Soulmate. All right. This is your soulmate. Okay, so the person who you're with is your soulmate in a positive way. The person who's coming in for you, for those of you that are single, it's probably going to be the next person. I don't see anything to worry about at all. Let's see, one more. One more, and then we're going to leave it at that. We'll do two, because two is a pair and three is company too. Somebody could be Janet. All right. Yeah. One too many. Yeah, so we're only going to take two. Look at that. That's all cute and kissy. Okay, so there's kissy face. The Parthenon is significant here. Lilacs or the color purple could be significant here. Let's see, the woods. Beautiful. All right, let's see. Yep. Yeah, retreat. Okay, now I wanted to do this, and I feel like I have to do this. Okay, that's where that's going. The soulmate and you, high level commitment. Love you guys. Happy unbirthday. Very merry unbirthday.